Currently we have this model right there that's being upgraded. We did conquer Belgium. And now we have to move inland to the French territory. And it looks like we're doing it just absolutely fine. After these Panzer divisions finish, we will have to build ourselves a sort of a suppression force. That's how I could call it. And it will just basically be a force that is gonna guard the whole territory from the partisans. Now I'm gonna conquer Romania. We're attacking them. I'm sure they're not ready. Well, they were ready actually. They had 32 organization. And the Soviets are lining up at the border too. As you can see, they have many tanks. And they have many troops. But hopefully we will prevail. You could offer land lease to them, to Slovakia. Our upgrades are finishing up. 7, 8, almost 9 Panzer divisions are being created at one time. And that is a lot, that is really a lot. It's definitely not a joke. We did manage to break through into French territory, as you can see. I do wonder if we would get Spain on board, and it looks like we wouldn't be able to do that just now. And there's no point for us into having them conquered because we wouldn't be able to defend against so many naval invasions. We can only spread our army up to the French territory, because the Americans and the British can attack anywhere, and we would just be unable to react at the time necessary to do so, and we would be simply losing too much. And that's if we're gonna get one big invasion. We can get more than one. Unfortunately, Luxembourg units are glitching out, but it's fine. I like to see Luxembourg as a puppet nation. It looks like the French are on full retreat. The entire border is just saying no, they won't hold. And the Romanians are unable to do much themselves. Well, we are doing just fine. What about our night fighting equipment? It's gonna finish a little bit sooner. Now we're gonna have a really massive border with the Soviet Union, and I think that's good. That's good at the beginning when we're stronger. That's a lot worse later on when we are actually weaker. The French are still holding on. I would like them to surrender now, because they are about to lose the capital. My troops are not really in a hurry. Mostly I'm still focusing on the medium tank. I do see it as a very important step, because these medium tanks are the firepower that has to punch through their stacked up troops, you know what I mean? If, you know, at one point we can have these sort of a look at that experience, 65, 66, oh my god. This is crazy. This is crazy. Organization, 72. Like these tank regiments, they're proper blitzkrieg, they are doing so much damage. Can't believe this myself. But it looks like they lost the line. The French, they did. Now we're in an uncontested France. That's the battle for Paris right there. $33,000 of these against a garrison division. They couldn't stand a chance. And that's it. We just had a parade in French capital at the Victory Gate. It looks like they have nothing else but to surrender. A possibility to invite a faction. We can invite Italy now, but we won't do that just now, because I don't think that it is necessary to do it. But maybe for more IC production we should conquer more countries. What do the Turkish think? I think they're closer to us than they are closer to the Allies or the Soviets. Nobody is close to the Soviets, as you can see. They're drifting towards Axis. Other countries are not. Okay. We have many panzer divisions here in France now. They're almost at the brink of surrendering. It does not look like there's anything that they can do. There's no delay doctrine. That's a little unfortunate, but otherwise we have all those doctrines in place. France defeated. Most people figured that Britain wouldn't last another 6 weeks. France has fallen and the shame of defeat burns into our souls. It's time to rally all true Frenchmen to our cause. Alright. Now, what about the Switzerland? I decided to declare war on Switzerland. Just because There's no point of not doing that. Supply transfer cost, supply 3 output, and let's increase the repair speed. Air units, they can be trained too. Focus on the interceptors for now. What about the revolt risk map mode? Well, it's reasonably dangerous. The Swiss had no chance. They had some fortifications out there, but definitely they didn't have enough troops. I have to check if all of my generals are working at all of the divisions that they have to, because some of the divisions can be without a general. Infantry warfare advance, infantry organization plus 20, grand battle plan. Wow, grand battle plan right there. Superior firepower. Let's go with that. Not that we need it, but we may need it. It looks like the Romanians were able to hold out for quite some time. A lot longer than we learned that Sweden has quietly taken steps to align themselves towards us. An offer of military access from Yugoslavia. I think that I should accept that. I would like them to be on our side actually, and I'm sure they will be. The Greeks, the Bulgarians. But if I won't have to ever invite them to access, it would be great too. So the Swiss are no more. I don't have to attack Norway, I don't think so. There's just no point in doing that. But I would like these guys on my faction. However, they don't look like they want to go that far either. The Switzerland has been squeezed from all sides, like the Swiss cheese. They should surrender, and they have surrendered. I wonder if I would be able to take out the Italians too. Well, that wouldn't be surprising at all. But I'm not going to do that just now. So what am I going to do? I need actually to transfer most of these troops from the west east. These guys can go back to the eastern front, and I need to further squeeze out the western front out of its armies. So I'm sending the first army group to the east too. That means the west is not left with much. It's only 177,000 troops. But I'm sure that it's going to be enough for us to defend ourselves. At the same time, I should be transferring all of my air units to the Western Front. No, to the Eastern Front. So yeah, they all have to go to the east. That's gonna take a while actually, because it all must be done manually. As you can see, we were suffering from a lack of supplies in our airfields, but it could be that they've been stationed in airfields out of supplies because of a recent occupation, but I don't think that it would stack for so long. But I don't know actually. After that, we should prepare ourselves to strike on the Soviets, probably 1941. What do I need to build? I need to build myself a sort of a control force that would be fighting all those rebels. I would need to separate the Eastern Front into at least 2 parts so that it could be controlled a little bit more easy. And we could fight from there. It looks like we've lost all our ships. Against the British, most likely. Now, this war must end against the Romania. In Bucharest, the last forces are defending. That's fine. We need so many more supplies, I'm surprised. I'm gonna reduce the need for our upgrades. Leave the supplies where they are so that we could just produce some more Panzer divisions. Now, when I talked about the control group, it just has to be a very kind of a cheap unit that would be capable of fighting all of those. garrisons, and I'm sure we should be able to go for something like that. One military police regiment with one militia regiment, and we're gonna build quite a few of these, and they should be able to keep everybody in check. So that's basically a bunch of people with basic training who are supported with a police regiment, military police regiment, who are obviously soldiers. They are in occupied territory, and the mission is to hunt down or resist against resistance, so to speak. There's nobody to fight us here. Our force here is really tiny, but we should soon get these divisions in one area. They'll be here solely for the defense against enemy invasions. And I'm gonna send all of my soon to be finished Volksgrenadiers onto the Western Front. I will further train my fancy divisions. Alright. Now I need another front. And for that I'm going to create another front here. We'll call it an east-south, and you left the game. And I'm going to give him everything south to Slovakia. Or so. His objective is to strike there. A blitzing stance, air offensive, and so you have to kind of just head there, out there, anywhere, whatever the Nazis did, you just have to obliterate them. Okay, and at the same time I won't order them to go towards Moscow, it's fine. Then these guys in the east north, I should say, maybe. I'll just call it, leave it at east. I like one monster. Do I like him? He doesn't have any of these traits, so I'm gonna demote him actually, and I'm gonna leave it there as a division commander because he has no traits. So the east, I call it east because it will probably go down eventually. Towards the south, I suspect so. Alright, that's just great.